Welcome to your daily focus for July the 17th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. Before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you truly from the bottom of my heart. Who did we have fall out? Oh, goodness. I wish she hadn't. Five of Cups. Five of Cups pops out here. I always get a sense that we could want to give up on ourselves today. Our dreams, our desires, that it may be too hard, it may be too much of a risk, it may be scary, there may be fear attached to it. And believe me when I say everybody is going through this in some fashion in their life. Because I get this alone feeling. So be cautious of that, okay? Today's the 17th. The full moon happened at 17 degrees. And the card, the tarot card for 17, is the Star card, which tells us that we can see how to make the impossible possible. We have to be very careful not to beat ourselves up, not to expect it yesterday, to have a patience, to have a faith, to know that there is a plan, even if it's not ours, to keep moving forward in the smallest of ways even, to not give up on ourselves, to not dissipate our own energy. Let's see what the energy is for us today. Well, that's part of it. Let's see what cards are supposed to be for us. The Hermit. The Hermit is asking us to back it up, to think about it, to think it through, to understand what our passions are, what our dreams are, and how to do that. Look at this. We have the Death card. 13. The Death card usually pulls things out of our life in order to transform us to the better. What else do we have with this? The Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is wonderful because that's messages coming in. And I mean, if we were truly going to be the Hermit here, let's get an angel card out. Because that is our first card. It's about meditation today. It is, and 17 does stand for meditation. It is a day for meditation. It is a day for prayer. It is a day to reflect on our dreams and our goals. Restraint, 62. So 6 plus 2 is an 8, which is our empowerment. Let's go back to the Hermit. The Hermit leaves or goes into the desert, the cave. And the moon, it will be in Taurus today, so that'll be very easy for us to do, actually, in some ways, to slow it down, to take time to smell the roses, so to speak. So if you feel that you need some solitude or some recharging time in your life, use it wisely. Think about what you truly want. Think about how you were going to go forward in that. Think of the plan, because that's what the Hermit does. The Hermit pulls himself out of the hustle and bustle and the busyness of life and goes into a desert, goes into the cave, reflects, prays, plans. And then, when the clarity comes there, when the clarity, the aha moment, the epiphany, the decisions have been made, that's when the Hermit leaves the cave. That's when the Hermit leaves the desert. We have the Death card in the middle. So this could be a lot of restlessness, very much like the Five of Cups here, because we don't see that flower blooming. It's there. We see the fog. We see the darkness. The horses rearing the horses. There's fear here. There's, this is a card that says do not go fast forward because that horse is backing up. That horse is saying, wait, we've got to go slow here. And that new bloom says, yes, we are coming closer and closer to seeing that new path. Somebody related it the other day to childbirth. So if you or you know somebody who has been pregnant or is pregnant, and those last couple of weeks, and you want nothing more sometimes than that baby to be on the other side of you, even though the challenges become greater in life in many ways, beautiful ways, I might add. But we want to start the birthing process. We want to move forward. We want to step into the new beginning. And here we might be egging that horse on to go faster and faster than the horses actually. And the horses are our intuition. The horse is the higher wisdom here, telling us, hold on, we've got to think it through. We can't just jump into something just for the sake of jumping into it. Just because it looks good, feels good, smells good, doesn't mean it is good. We have to investigate. We have to plan. We have to understand where our footing is, the solid footing is under our feet, so that we can actually step into seeing that new blossom, that new path, that new direction to take. We have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is all about that aha moment, that epiphany. And, if we can center ourselves today, if we can truly allow our conscious and subconscious to work together, our heart and soul to work together in combination with our logic, we can really take great strides today in the planning, in the preparation. Remember, we're moving towards a new moon in Leo. And Mars is getting ready to go into Leo. And whenever a planet is in those last couple of degrees of a sign, where Mars is in Cancer, Mars isn't happy in Cancer. Mars wants to get the heck out of Cancer. Mars wants to jump into Leo. Mars wants to feel strong and confident and daring and forward motion, knowing you've got this, knowing that you can accomplish, knowing that you can do. And we have the new moon coming in Leo, and so we want to think about those new seeds that we want to plant when it comes to our creativity, when it comes to our recreation, when it comes to our passions, when it comes to honoring ourselves. And so today is a day that if we rear it back a little bit, if we put on the brakes a little bit, if we think things through a little bit, we will invite the clarity in that is needed in order to see that bloom, in order to really attach ourselves to the hope. Because in some ways, with that Five of Cups falling out there, it felt like a hopelessness, like there was this invisible wall that you just keep walking into, and it's not allowing you to go forward. And you will see the clarity. You will understand where the door is, where the window is, where the path is going forward. Restraint. We don't want to jump into something today just because it looks good or feels good. We don't want to just say something off the cuff, because we could end up probably with the cards today, we could end up in some dangerous water if we don't think things through, our actions, our words. So we need to have that restraint. We need to be the diplomat today. We need to be more the hermit and pull ourselves back and really understand what the value is in the next step forward for ourselves. Does it bring value into your life, or will it cause a dissipation of energy, of resources, of time, of energy? So think it through today. Let's get our wise animals. Yay, Peanut. Get our wise animals here. Our higher intuition deck. He's cuddling at my feet, and the spot is so tiny, he can barely fit into it, but he does. Silence with the skunk. I know we've had the skunk before, but it has been a while, hasn't it? So meditate, quiet your mind, sense, respect, ego, protection. Silence makes the real conversations between friends. Not the saying, but the never needing to say that counts. If you have chosen skunk, the message is for you to walk in silence. You may feel that in order to get through your situation, you need to act defensively or aggressively, but skunk tells you that just walking in silence can be just as powerful. Well, we've had skunk in recent times, haven't we? Because I remember about the odor to attract their own kind, and they use that odor to repel those that they don't want near them. Choose the proper energy that you want to put out into the universe in order to attract the right kind. You don't have to make a lot of noise to get what you want. You just have to review the situation and act with respect and a sense that in time you will receive. It isn't about ego, it's about confidence. And we've had so much of Source, God, the universe, asking us to sit in silence, to understand the balance of what is needed in our lives, to raise our awareness of our beauty, our talents, our abilities, to raise our confidence, to strengthen our stance. So, going in silence today, I mean, we had the Hermit as the very first card. We had Restraint as our angel card. We have Meditate, quiet your mind, walk in silence. We don't want to be disruptive today. We don't want to say something that we can't retract. We don't want to do an action without thinking it through and understanding if it truly brings in value into our life today. I think it's a strong day for us to actually, get that aha moment. And maybe that aha moment is the plan unfolding. Maybe that aha moment is the decision making, the understanding, the balance that can be in our lives if we do some tweaking or maybe some major renovations. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.